This AI agent just got 40% better by teaching itself. It writes its own codes, save its lesson learned as skills, so next time, similar tasks gonna be much faster and accurate. Unlike other vibe coding tools, namely Cloud Code, Cursor, Copilot, as soon as you close the session, they all reset. But this one keeps learning and improving permanently. This is about new open source free agent called Hermes, and I will teach you how you can build one immediately. Let's check it out. Hermes Agent. It's the only agent with built-in learning loop. This is an open source one that got so far 60k stars on GitHub repo, and it's sort of breaking the record in growth rate compared to OpenClaw in GitHub. Some people actually call that a competitor for OpenClaw. So this is the only one that learned skills from experience, improved them during use, nudged itself to persistent knowledge. So that means as you use it, it keeps learning the lesson learned from the failures, past experience, conversation, and automatically create skills instead of you defining and creating one. So next time you use this agent, it becomes better and better. Good news, given that it's open source, that means you can use it with any model. So use the model that you want. You can use OpenRouter, Dayportal, or even run a model locally on your laptop and just install Hermes Agent on it, which I'm going to show you shortly. So you have free solution that is keep learning as you use it, like a vibe coding agent or any agent as you define, like OpenClaw, but this one permanently learn as you use it. So how do we install this? Very simple. With just one line of curl command here, copy and paste it, which I'm going to add to the video description below. You should be able to run it in your terminal. So let's do so. Here I copy pasted the same command with just hitting enter. You'll see that Hermes Agent started to install itself. Given that I've already installed, there is no changes needed. It says that update succeeded. So because I literally updated it, which is installing the latest version. So as soon as you actually run that command line, it is starting installing Hermes Agent and you don't need to do anything else after. Now, as soon as you install Hermes, please just type in Hermes, it should work, no errors, but in order to start, you have to specify what is your AI model that you're going to work with Hermes Agent. So just type in Hermes model, it will give you a list of providers that is supported. You can see that also open source, local models, namely Ollama is already listed. You can also install from other providers, namely OpenRouter, Anthropic, OpenAI. I started actually running a local model using Ollama on my laptop. It worked, but I realized that because my laptop is not super advanced and it doesn't have that huge capabilities to run any model, and at the same time I was recording this video, I found it's pretty slow. But if you have a computer that you're not doing multitasking like me here, you can certainly run open source models, and there are references in Hermes Agent repo that I will show you how you can run local models with this Hermes Agent. But for this video, for sake of time and also make it faster, I used Gemini directly as my AI agent to be able to run Hermes and show you how it works. To give you a quick overview of how you can do so, you can just go through the documentation. I'm gonna add the link to the video description. You can run local LLMs on your Mac to be able to have Hermes Agent using them. So here it's telling you can how install a Llama and also other models like Qwen, I believe, Qwen 3.5. So these are the models that are typically good on running on a laptop, but based on whatever computer you're using and it's capable of, you can choose a better model as you wish. And then you just need to install, for example, here, Llama as an example, and then you need to install also Hugging Face to be able to download it from Hugging Face CLI. As soon as you run the command with the model name, you can just simply start the server. That means now your local model is serving, so Hermes can use that from that config list that I showed you that can start working. Once that server is running, just type Hermes model. You should see that custom endpoint, which is a server running on your machine, hosting that model. Then you download it from Hugging Face or again Ollama, and you're good to go. But again, for sake of speed here, I'm using Gemini directly. Another quick way to specify who's your model provider, if it's local or other providers like here, for example, Gemini from Google, you can just simply type Hermes config set model provider and your provider name. So this is just a provider, but I want to specify what a specific model that I need to get from that provider. For doing so, just simply type Hermes config set model default. Here I'm using for this demo Gemini 2.5 Flash, hitting enter. Now my provider and model has been set. Again, you can use local models as well. So I'm ready to go to start talking with my Hermes agent. Similar to Cloud Code, Hermes comes with its own skills, and to prove you that it generates its own skills and improve itself as it goes, I want to make sure that there's no skill set locally as I use my Hermes agent. You can see that there is no skill specified by me or by Hermes by itself because we just installed Hermes and we haven't started using it. But not only it creates its own and improve itself, there are a ton of Hermes skills that is developed in community, almost around 500 that you can use them as you call this Hermes agent. This is what I'm talking about, a skills hub. Check this out. Hermes by itself comes with 78, as of now I'm recording video, built-in skills. 45 of them are optional, and look at that, more than 500 skills are developed by community, which you can be one of them, or your Hermes agent can be one of them. So what are these skills? They're literally workflows connecting to tools and services that can do a specific task. Let's say I want my Hermes agent to suddenly start creating images and videos, but maybe the model that I'm choosing by itself is not able to do so. Instead, it can connect to, let's say, Nano Banana or View model from Google to generate those videos or images. In order to do so, I should define them as a skill. Either I could do, or Hermes agent can do it by itself when I'm running that locally or by model provider, or I can use any of these more than 600 skills listed here. So this is great, and this is the value of open source community as you contribute and get back from what people are building here. Now this is the time to start Hermes. So you simply need to type Hermes and it should enable that nice CLI that shows the model provider that can be local again that we specified, and also some available skills that we have, including the ones that comes with Hermes or the ones that has been created by Hermes by itself as I was using it. It's so new right now. I just started that, and similar to OpenClaw, it has so many capabilities like cron jobs. You can automate tasks, execute them, so 24/7 this agent running for you. So whatever you get from OpenClaw and all those great capabilities is almost added to Hermes agent, plus that self-improving capability that I'm gonna emphasize the most in this video. And one more thing, you're not tied to your laptop. Again, like OpenClaw, you can chat and enable or trigger Hermes agent from your message provider, let's say Telegram, WhatsApp, iMessage. I'm gonna show actually all how it works in Telegram as an example, but let's just start chatting with Hermes agent to make sure it's truly working. I'm specifying this task saying that, hey, I want to create a fast API server with user authentication using JWT tokens, SQLite database, SQL Alchemy, and endpoints and all. So I want to make sure I can update and delete users. So include proper error handling and input validation with Agentic. So that's the type of task I'm specifying. First time, no skills. It might make some errors based on the capability of the model as well. So let's see how it works and how it improves itself. So I initiated the agent. You can see that it tells me what model has been called. It also generates some of the reasoning tokens plus some of the task steps that it's taking by calling the model, generating the codes end to end. So you have that visibility as it goes on working. Similar experience to Cloud Code. And it says me that, okay, plan completed, save, ready to execute using sub-agent driven development. Then it's asking me, okay, I want to dispatch this but using multiple sub-agent per task. This is similar to what Cloud Code does. And it's telling me that, okay, shall I proceed? I would say, yes, go ahead. I am happy with the plan. And it's starting working. So it is delegating multiple tasks to multiple sub-agent as it creates on backend to do the task in parallel for me. And this has been one of the greatest advantage of recent features in vibe coding tools, namely Cloud Code as well, which Hermes Agent has it as well, and it's doing that perfectly for me right now. So I'll pause recording to see how it goes, and I will resume recording as it's making progress. It told me after a couple of minutes, all has been good, completed. So I said tested. It asking me to run the server. I said completely run all by yourself. So it told me, okay, I will need to prepare the terminal. I have started the fast API server. It's trying to test if it can add new user, delete new user, and it sees some errors. The logs clearly shows the error. So it's capturing the errors and telling me what's working, what's not, which is great. So I want to see with all these failures, lesson learned, and what the model is capturing, can this agent by itself improve? And next time when we ask similar question, even after I reset whole the session, starting from scratch, does it work better or not? All right, after almost around 8 minutes, given that I'm not using the most advanced and powerful model here, so you might get it finishing faster, or even you're using local models might be still even slower. So it's done now. It tells me that, okay, I killed the server because I tested everything and everything is fully implemented and working. Now, sometimes Hermes by itself offer you that, hey, would you like me to save all these lesson learned and failures as a skill, so next time it won't happen again. You might say, yes, this is the part that you get into that self-improving or evolving aspect of that. Even if it's not provided, you feel this is a good timing to make sure your agent don't repeat similar failures for similar tasks. You can actually ask it to create this as a skill. I assume given that this task was pretty simple and straightforward, Hermes didn't even bother to create a new skill out of it, and it didn't even offer me to self-improve itself or do it automatically. That's why I'm prompting for the demo to make sure it can do so. So I'm just saying that creating a new skill from all these failure and lesson learned. So I hit enter to see if this functionality works. So next time we're gonna have it much faster and more accurate. Perfect. It showed me the progress, and there you go. I have successfully created a new skill called Fast API Authentication Dev Troubleshooting. Now, later on, if you want to create, or I'm going to create any fast API related, like endpoints to be created, vibe coding that by Hermes, it should be much better, and those failures that it had before should be potentially resolved because it's going to automatically call this skill that include all those lessons learned. Alright, let's see if this skill is registered. With just simply getting to know the list of all the folders that I have under skills, you will see that I have one called software developer, and as soon as I open that, I saw the skill got generated. And here it is. I have my fast API authentication dev. Check this out. It has a name, description, version, tags, so it should be used for later on calling this skill to be used when I'm using Hermes Agent, and has some information about, and there you go, some problem and lesson learned. When using Agentic email STR schema, the application failed with no module found. So the lesson learned was that I should indirectly solve the dependency on email validator, which is not always pulled automatically or might be missed. This is very simple. You can see the skill is just an MD file here, but your skill can be MD file plus some code, some debugging code, some scripts, whatever that is needed for running that skill as a lesson learned, as a self-improving loop. My task in this demo was extremely simple, so this skill here is just an MD file, but a skill can be a combination of literally everything. An MD file that orchestrates other tools, other agents, other data sources, as you name it. Now let's see if our Hermes agent got better or that self-improving works or not. So I'm here initiating a whole new Hermes agent. I deleted the previous one. I'm not even running anything. All that demo and the app I created is gone. So I want to copy paste the exact same prompt that I had for creating that actually Python fast API server that I have. So simply the same prompt. And let's see how long this time it takes and whether it come up with the same issues that we had before or not. And I'm not saying that, hey, use that lesson learned or copy pasting that is skills, so on and so forth. I'm literally just working as I usually do with vibe coding, but I should see that performance got better as I'm using it. So imagine that you have a local model running this free agent for you 24/7 and keep getting better and better. I see a ton of videos and contents that they talk about how to use these vibe coding tools to do, let's say, trading. But obviously, like something in trading or stock market, this is not a one rule, one algorithm that works every day, as whole market is dynamic based on like moments, not just even days or hours. So how do you come up with a solution that self-evolve as you use it? This could be a good one. So there you go. It's telling me that as I was talking, I think it already created that, so I want to make sure that it works. So I'm gonna test test it all and run it. So let's see how it works. All right, this time almost around 3 minutes it was able to get up to the point that fixed some of the bugs, and now running the server for me. It's just waiting to verify that the server is running properly. I literally saw as it was making progress within a couple of minutes. It was much faster, didn't repeat all those failures again, although there were some new ones which could be enabling to enhance those skills that we're creating, but still much better performance compared to the previous one that I ran, exact same prompt. I also mentioned that laptop is not the only way that you can interact with this agent. You can simply specify any bridging to your messaging apps to contact with Hermes agent similar to OpenClaw. You just need to type Hermes Gateway Setup. Just hitting enter, it will give you all the options that you can specify. For example, I specified my Telegram, and nice thing is that as soon as you specify which one you want to choose, it gives you an instruction how you do so. Let's say you want to bring that Hermes agent to Discord. So you select one, and you just need to follow these setup instructions to be able to specify that and interact and chat with your Hermes agent that you define what to do from other messaging systems. So to summarize, so far as I'm recording this video, there are two ways that you can interact with Hermes as they noted in the GitHub repo, whether through that terminal UI that I just showed you, or the gateway, which is Telegram, Discord, or any of those that I provided as well. In case, as I see people are migrating from OpenClaw to Hermes because they see more performance due to that self-improving loop, you simply just run Hermes Claw migrate. That's gonna migrate from OpenClaw if you are coming from OpenClaw user. I haven't used OpenClaw actively, so I don't have too much to migrate. I didn't use, but I saw that this option is already there, which is great for some of you if you're thinking about migrating after you tested enough that you're happy with Hermes Agent performance. Now, to summarize the main components that make Hermes Agent a powerful choice, obviously it lives where you specify. I already talked about how you can interact with it. This is the one that I want to emphasize the most. It grows the longer it runs. So it has a persistent memory that learns about who you are, actually, about the task as well, and then auto-generate the skills as we just talked about it to learn as it uses and it grows. Then you can have those cron jobs, so you can schedule tasks, automation, run the agent 24/7 using local models, and delegate and parallelize. This is something that I think they inherited from Cloud Code, which sub agent on the backend automatically launched to the task, as it happened to me when I was running that demo for you. Real sandboxing, that means from backend support local Docker, SSH. You can have this containerized environment to create a sandbox dedicated for these agents, making sure from security perspective they are not suddenly running code in a place that they're not supposed to, or doing action in a place with a permission that they're not supposed to, which is great. And last but not least, they have full web browser control. This is heavily useful, and a lot of people, the reason they initially started with OpenClaw instead of Cloud Code stuff, because Cloud Code didn't have this capability of end-to-end automation and browsing. People use OpenClaw for that specific reason, and they were purchasing a lot of local servers like Mac or Mac Mini because they wanted to have that browser capabilities, which some of the virtual machines doesn't necessarily have. But this one by itself is already embedded and included, and regardless of where you're on, you can have that web browser control capability coming in with this agent. I try my best to create videos that educate you on practical things on AI, distinguish the noise from what is really helpful, and get to a speed and making sure that I share you with the most updated news on AI and what's going on. So if you enjoyed this video, I would be very thankful if you click on like icon and make sure you subscribe so you won't miss the next video. I hope you enjoyed and see you in the next one. Thank you.